can't see. Right, okay, we're gonna go. I'm assuming you can hear me okay. I don't know if you can hear my music. Anyway, we're gonna get started. So hopefully you've got your mat, you've got something that you can stretch in a bit, stretch your clothes so you're not restricted, and we're going to start standing. So I'm going to come to the back over here. This is the only trouble with doing it on Facebook is it wants to take them, it wants to do it so it's portrait, and it's really hard to fit my whole body in so you can see me when we've got to go portrait. It's better landscape. Anyway, we will manage, we will do it. Right, stand yourselves up then. Stand up nice and tall, and actually we'll come to the back of your mat. You should be able to see me there. And then just stand tall, feet hip width apart. Just do a couple of shoulder rolls and let the shoulders settle down and away from the ears. I'm going to turn and face you, and just take your head over to one shoulder and then the other. Just do that a couple of times. I'm just adjusting my lights. That's better, you can see me a bit better now. Ear to shoulder. Well done. And lift the head up, just turn, just stretching out through the neck. Just taking the head side to side. And then just chin to chest. And lift the head back up. Just being aware of how your neck feels. If it feels particularly tight in a particular place, or if you go to one side or the other. Okay, let's build that up. So we're going to take chin to chest, and we're going to add in the shoulders, and we're just going to get that back moving a little bit, stretching out through the spine. So rolling down. If your back is feeling a bit delicate, you can just place your hands onto your thighs, or you can just let the arms and head hang as you roll down. So keep on rolling down. I'm just checking my messages. Keep rolling down. Right, so chin to chest, rolling down, relaxing over the legs at the bottom, and you'll begin to feel a bit of a stretch through the hamstrings here, maybe in the lower back as well, so just relax over. And then soften the knees slightly, and then just roll back up through the spine. This really just stretches out through the whole length of the back, really gets that back moving. So if you haven't been doing much moving around, it's such a good one to get the spine a bit, say moving and lubricate between all vertebrae. So chin to chest, peel the spine down, try and focus on taking the back down, the spine down in order. Piece by piece, just curling through the back. Let the head hang nice and heavy. No tension in the neck and the shoulders. Just relaxing down over the legs. If you need to have your legs bent, that's fine. And then curling back up. Get the pelvis into position first. Curling back up. Restack the spine, bringing the shoulders down. Okay. We're going to roll down again. Come to the back of your mats if you're not there already. Rolling down. And then we're going to walk the hands forwards. You can have your legs bent or straight. And you're going to take it into an inverted V shape. So the hips are high. Okay, the head is hanging between the arms. Press the weight back down through the heels. Just stretching out through the back of the legs. And then walk the hands back in, and then curl back up. Well done. Okay, we're going to do that again, just changing my angle a little bit. So we're going to roll down, walk the hands forwards. Okay, now press both heels into the floor, and then you're going to bend one leg and then the other. And press the opposite heel into the floor. Really press it down, stretching all the way through the calves and the back of the legs. Press onto your toes and press the heels down. One more, rise up, press the heels down. Walking the hands in, and then curling back up. Rebuilding that spine, head coming up last, bringing the shoulders down and away from the ears. Let's do one more, chin to chest, rolling down. Actually, I'm going to go this way this time so you can see my legs. Okay, so we're walking the hands forwards into our inverted V shape. We're going to bend one leg and then the other. As you're doing this, try and press the chest, open the chest to the floor at the same time. So we're stretching through the upper back. Press both heels down. Rise up onto the toes and down and up and down. One more, up and down. And then walking the hands back in, relaxing over those legs, and then curl up, no rush. Get the pelvis into position, re-stack the spine, bringing the shoulders down and away from the ears. Well done. Right, now, keep your feet hip width apart. We're just going to take it into some squats. And we are going to stretch. I'm not doing a workout with you, I'm just stretching. But it's better to stretch warmer muscles. And it is a little bit cooler tonight, and it has been. So we're just doing some gentle squats. And just by doing this, we are getting a bit of an active stretch as well through the glutes and the lower back. Okay, we're going to take the legs slightly wider. We're going to squat here. Then you're going to turn to your right. Pick up the back heel. Just do a little lunge, a small lunge down. So just drop in the back knee. Back to me. Squat. Turn to your left. Pick up the back heel. Little lunge. So again, we're just warming up through the legs. But by doing this, we are getting an active stretch through the hips. Here, if you keep that tailbone tucked under, you'll get a stretch through the front of the hip flexor. So stretching all the way around the hips. Well done. So squat. Okay, we're going to hold it here. So in this lunge, you're going to scoop that tailbone under, push the hip forwards. You should feel a stretch now through the front of that hips. And this is an area that if you do a lot of sitting, it gets tight here. Now reach up the same arm, should be your left arm as your back leg, and then reach over. And that should make that stretch be a bit deeper through the front of that thigh. And release. Okay, we're not going to squat as such. You can bend your legs if you want to. We're going to fold forwards. We're going to relax forwards over the legs. And you can just hang if you want to. You can even just cross your arms over and just hang. Just hang here, just stretching. Feel that through the inner thighs, the back of the legs. Okay, bend the legs, curl up. Let's take it into our lunge the other side. So scooping that tailbone under. Same arm as back leg, reach up and over. We want to get a nice deep stretch all the way through the front of that hip flexor. And release, back to centre again. Hands onto your thighs, you can roll down. You can just hold it here. You can relax here. If you want to, we're going to take it a little bit further. So if you're happy to, you can take your legs a bit wider so you can feel this stretch here on the inner thighs. You can take your hands onto the floor. If you want to take it further still, you can. You can drop your forearms, forehead down to the floor. Just go to where you need to go to feel a stretch, okay? So just where you can feel a stretch. And holding it there. And then bring yourselves here up. Walk the legs in. Okay, well done. Keep them hip width, wide legs, wider than hip width apart. Reach up and reach over to the side. Really lengthen up and over so you feel that stretch all the way down through the waist and into the hip. And then you're going to turn the body, lengthen the back forwards like a tabletop, really reaching away. I sort of looked in the screen and it looked like my hair was sticking up. It's the plant behind me. It's coming up behind my head. want to, take your hands onto your thighs, bend that front leg a little bit if you prefer, or take your hands onto the floor, depending on your flexibility. You want to stretch through the back of that hamstring. Okay, walking our legs around centre again, and then round the other way. Twist your feet a little bit if you want to, so they're more comfortable, and relaxing over this leg. Now bend that front leg if you want to, but you're going to take your right arm and reach it up and away into that tabletop position. Then look under, back to me, and reaching up and over. Over to the side, really stretch out through the waist. Well done. Okay, we're going to go back the other way. So you're going to reach up and over to the side. Feel that stretch, can you feel it? All the way down into the hips. Okay, then you're going to lengthen forwards. Lengthen the back nice and long. Feel a stretch through the hamstring of that front leg. And then fold forwards. Again, hands can be on your thighs. You can have that front leg bent if you want to, or take your hands onto the floor. And just try and relax into that stretch. Okay, then walk the hands round through the centre. Round the other way. So this front leg can be bent or straight. Then your right hand on your right leg, lengthen and reach away with your left arm. Keep that tummy pulled in. Look underneath your arm to me. And reach up. Okay, if you're happy to, we're going to do a big circle, arms all the way round. Circling all the way round. Engage the tummy, lift up from your centre, and then the other way. And round. Well done. Well done. Walking the legs back in. I'm just checking what I've got planned for us next. So onto the back of the mats, we're going to roll down onto the floor. So chin to chest, curling down. And then we're going to walk the hands forwards, come onto your knees and come into a child's pose. So you're going to try and keep your elbows off the floor. Try and take the tailbone, so you're lengthening the tailbone down to the heels. And just breathe there, give the back a really good stretch. Okay, then staying in that position, you're going to walk your hands a bit further forwards. And then you're going to drop your armpits to the floor. So you're going to extend through the upper back. Really nice if you've been bending forward during the day. Just helping to reverse that. Okay, then come down onto your forearms and just take it into a gentle back extension. So shoulders down and away from the ears. Now if you want to take it further and straighten your arms, you can. See how your back's feeling. Don't push it, just go to where's comfortable. You can even be lower down here if you prefer. Okay, then we're going to push back and take it back into our child's pose. So stretching the back down the opposite direction. Really good to keep doing it in the opposite direction. Then walk the hands forwards. Drop the armpits to the floor. Open out through the chest. Onto the front. And into your back extension. So try with your back extension. If you want to, you can look up towards the ceiling as well. Just stretch this out through the front of tummy and through the anterior of the spine. And last time, push back into your child's pose. Walking the hands forwards, dropping the shoulders. Notice how every time we do this, once you've done it a few times, it gets easier. You shouldn't really just do a stretch once. You should do it a few times. Yeah, because as you work through the muscles, they get used to being longer, and then you can make that progress. Well done. Okay, we're going to take it into my most favourite stretch. And I could just do this one all night, but we won't. Okay, I'll give you an alternative in a minute if this is a problem with your knees. But you're going to bring one leg forwards in front of you, like I've done, the knees pointing out to the side of your mat. Reach your other leg away behind you. And try and sort of sit square. Try and drop the hips here. You might feel a bit of a stretch here through the front of your hip there. And then we're going to walk the hands forwards, lengthen forwards over that leg. Now if that really bothers your knees in that position, you can lay on your back. I did this one last week, if you joined me last week, and you can do this one here. Okay, so you're laying on your back. Okay, so reaching forwards. Okay, bring the hands in, push up. Drop that back hip down, stretching through the front of the hip flexors there. And then walking the hands forwards again, lengthen away. Walk the hands in and push up. Okay, then if it's comfortable to you, you're just going to sit out of it and rotate that back leg and bring yourselves into a seated position like this. Can you see me? Okay. So your right leg is bent in. Try and sit up nice and tall, and you're going to reach over to your left side. Now, because this leg is bent in, it might feel harder when you've got it straight. It might feel like you can't really go anywhere. That's fine. Doesn't matter. Okay, but we're just lengthening over and reaching over again, stretching out through this lower back and through the QL. And then you're going to turn and face that leg. So turn and face the leg and try and lengthen forwards. Again, it's harder with that other leg bent in, and you'll feel that stretching in the lower back and the legs probably. So just breathe. Try and relax into the stretch. If you fight the stretch, you're not going to get anywhere. And release. Well done. Bring the legs into straddle, so both legs out to the side. Tell you what, I don't like this portrait thing. You can't get me in. It's much easier in landscape. Okay, we're going to walk the hands forwards. So down through the centre of the legs. And again, just try and breathe and relax here. So stretching out through the inner thighs and again through the back. And walk the hands back in. Well done. Okay, we're going to do our pigeon stretch on our other leg. I'm going to go this way, I think, so you can see me. Okay, so you're bending in your other leg. If you're mirroring me, it should be your left leg. Your other leg is reaching away behind you. Okay, so I'm here, and then we're walking the hands in front, leaning forwards. Again, if this bothers your knees, then you can just lay on your back. One ankle across your knee like I showed you. Can you feel that stretching? You should feel that nice and deep into the hip and into the glutes. Again, which if you haven't been doing, if you've been stood for a long time or sat for a long time, can get tight, very tight and shortened. Walk the hands in, sit up, drop that back hip down, so stretching out here. So some of these stretches we're doing are working the same muscles, but we're in slightly different position. And like I say, it's good to keep coming back and stretching and taking them a bit further. Walk the hands forwards. Just breathe, relax into the stretch. Walk the hands in. Sitting up nice and tall. One more time. Reaching forwards. And bringing the hands back in. And then we're going to come into that seated position, so just rotate that back leg. So it's your right leg now that's out straight, and we're going to reach up and over to the side. So again, may not feel quite as comfortable as when we have both legs straight. And you may feel that in your lower back or your leg. You'll feel it wherever you're tightest. Okay, then turn and face this leg. And then reaching forwards, lengthening forwards. And again, just breathe and relax into the stretch. If you feel the stretch eases, then just try and take it a little bit more, a little bit further, so you can increase the length and the flexibility of those muscles. Well done. Okay, coming up, come into that straddle position again, both legs out, and walking the hands forwards, reaching forwards, really lengthen away, again, you might feel it in the hamstrings and the lower back. Then want you to try and stay where you are. Flex your feet and bring your toes up towards you. If you can, lift the heels off the floor, but if that doesn't happen, don't worry. Hold it there and notice how that stretch has now increased, yeah? Okay, point the feet. It should have eased a little bit, and you might find you can take that stretch a little bit further. Just to where it's comfortable so you can feel it stretching. Okay, stay there and draw those toes back towards you. Oh, can you feel that stretching a little bit more now through the back of the hamstrings? Oh, hold it, and then point. If it's eased a little bit, see if you can take it a little bit further. I'm going to do one more, so hold it there. Oh, draw those toes up. Oh. Breathe. And release, point the toes, just holding it, taking it a little bit further. Notice how much further down you have gone from when we first started. And walking the hands back up. Just imagine if you did that every day, how good you would get at that. Right, onto your side. Now let's just stretch through the back a little bit. So we're going to take the back into rotation. So you're going to bring the knees up towards you, arms in front. Make sure your head is relaxed down. So if you need to sit underneath your head, do so. Don't hold your head because you're going to build tension in your neck. So make sure the head's relaxed. And we're going to open the top arm. So we're not forcing anything. We're just opening the chest, stretching out through the shoulder. And then if you want to, we're going to extend the bottom leg. So you get a nice rotation through the length of the spine. Exhale. Inhale. So we're doing a couple of these active stretches where we're stretching as we're moving. And then this one we're going to hold into a static stretch. So hold it there. You can have the leg bent or have the leg straight. If you can reach your foot, then you can hold onto your foot. Look up to the ceiling. Try and let gravity do a bit of the work as well. Just breathe. Oh, coming back out. Well done. Release that leg. Well done. Bring it round onto the other side. Make sure you can see me. So changing onto your other side now. Head relaxed down and then opening the chest. So just be aware that when you first do this one, it might feel a bit stiff, a bit tight through the shoulder or through the back. You can add in that leg if you want to, leg extension. And as we work through it, you should find you can take it a little bit further each time. That's it. And then we're going to do one more. And then this one we're going to hold. You can hold with the leg bent or straight. If you can hold onto your foot, you can. Draw it up towards you and just relax there. Just enjoy that stretch through the back, the leg, the shoulder. Just breathe. And release. Well done. Come onto your backs. Hug both knees into your chest. Really nice and tight. Bring the chin up to the chest. Really round the back. And release. Well done. Bring yourselves up to sitting. And we're just going to I'm going to go this way so you can see my arms. We're going to bring our arms behind us. Now you haven't got to get your hands touching. If they do touch, great. And then you're just going to walk the bottom forwards just as far as is comfortable. And you might feel that stretching in the elbows, the forearms, or in the shoulders. So just holding it there. And then bring the bottom in and release. Well done. Bring yourselves sitting cross-legged or however is comfortable. And just do a couple of shoulder rolls, let the shoulders settle down and away from the ears. Put your left hand on the outside of your right knee, right hand behind, sit up tall and just turn to the back of the room. and release. Change sides. Sit up tall first and then gently turn. Again, just rotating through the spine. And release. Chin to chest, roll down. Curl down like we did at the beginning. Relaxing over the legs. And curling back up, well done. Bring your knees round behind you. Come into a box position or go back into that inverted V shape we did right at the beginning. And just notice how different that feels at the very beginning. And that was only half an hour ago, not long at all. Just drop the chest, let the head hang, press the heels into the floor. Take some deep breaths, in through the nose, and out through the nose or mouth. Take your gaze to your hands, step in one foot at a time, relax over the legs, and again, notice how much easier that now feels than at the beginning. Curling up when you're ready. Bringing the shoulders down and away from the ears. Standing up tall, just let the circulation settle and just take ear to shoulder. And the other side. And again. Keep the opposite shoulder down and away from the ear to get a good stretch to the side of the neck. We often carry a lot of tension in our neck and our shoulders. Lift the head up, chin to chest. Stay looking down and then turn the head. Looking down to your feet and turn. Looking down to your feet and turn. And down and turn. Down one last time. Back up to centre. Standing up tall. Just focus on your posture. Just think about standing up nice and tall. Remember, we want to get our ears, shoulder, hips, knees and ankles in a straight line. And breathe. Take a breath in, sweep the arms up. And breathe out. And again, breathe in. Really reach up as high as you can. And out. And again, breathe in. Well done, well done. Well, I hope you enjoyed it and I hope you could hear me. I'm assuming you